Good day. My name is Joshua Francis Biusaita, and I will be reporting to the numerical methods in solving ordinary differential equations, the Euler's method. Let's have a brief overview of the topic. The ordinary differential equation are equations where the derivatives are taken concerning only one independent variable, meaning regardless of order, degree, as long as it has only one independent variable, it is considered as an ordinary differential equation. Here are some examples. The Newton's second law, which it has the formula of force is equal to mass multiplied by the acceleration. To which, pag dinerive natin yung acceleration, it is only just the change in velocity all over the change in time. Same as the Faraday's law, the change in the voltage is just equal to the inductance multiplied by the change in the current all over the change in time. So another important topic is the order of the derivative. So the order of the derivative, the first order, the first order in prime notation is read as y prime, or it is equal to dy over dx. And the second order derivative is read as y double prime, and it has the notation of d squared y over dx squared. So, malalaman natin yung importance nila sa mga susunod na topic. So now, let's proceed to the Euler's method. So the Euler's method is the simplest way of performing numerical solutions to a list of ordinary differential equations. But, it is less accurate than other methods. So malalaman natin siya in the succeeding problems kung bakit siya less accurate than other methods. So it is written as dy over dx is equal to the function of x comma y. Dapat daw, ganito yung magiging form ng ating differential equation. To use the formula ng y sub n plus 1. But, it has to have an initial condition of y naught and x naught. So, yung formula daw natin is y sub n plus 1 is equal to y sub n plus h multiplied by the function of x comma y, where h is the step size, n is the old point, and n plus 1 is the new point. So, in simplest term, siya lang yung new point is equal to the old point plus the step size multiplied by our function. So, ano ba tong step size na to? So, ito, may graph tayo. So, the step size is just the incremental position of our point at the x-axis. So, ito lang siya. Siya yung sabi nga nila is the incremental position ng ating point sa x-axis. So, now, let's solve for an example problem. But first, yung pinakatanong natin is bakit ba natin inaaral tong Euler's method? So, inaaral natin tong Euler's method, hindi dahil siya yung gagamitin natin always, kundi siya yung pinaka-foundation ng pag-solve ng numerical methods or numerical solutions. So, para mas masundan natin yung process ng pag-solve ng other methods, kasi yung ibang methods is just derived from the Euler's method. So, para mas masundan natin or mas ma-appreciate natin yung process ng pag-solve niya, siya yung inaaral muna natin. Para mas malakas yung foundation natin sa pag-solve ng other types or ng other methods. Ayan. So, let's now proceed to the example problem. So, solve the following IVP or initial value problem over an interval from t is equal to 0 to 2 when y0 is equal to 1. So, we have a given differential equation na dy plus 1.1 y dt plus yt squared multiplied by dt. So, the required is use the analytical method and B, use the Euler's method with a given condition na h is equal to 0.5 and 0.25. So now, let's solve for the solution. Here are the general steps in solving for the analytical method of the differential equation. First is get the general solution. Here we use the variable separable. But in some cases, if the variable separable is not applicable, we will be using other methods in solving for the general solution. So examples of which are the homogeneous, exact, non-exact, Bernoulli's equation, and other methods in solving for the general solution. Here, as you can see that we just transpose the 1.1y dt, and we will be factoring the y and the dt. Then, separate the variable to its respective variable. Then, we will be integrating the equation. So the integral of the derivative of y with the derivative of y over y is just the natural log the absolute value of y, and it is equal to the t cubed all over t minus 1.1 t plus the arbitrary constant c. Now we substitute the boundary condition to get the arbitrary constant c. So, sinubstitute natin siya. The natural log of 1 is just 0, and the first and second term is just 0. Then, we will be having an arbitrary constant of c. Now, we will go to step 3. We will find now the unique or particular solution. To get the particular solution, we will just substitute the arbitrary constant. After substituting, we will be simplifying the equation kasi alam naman natin na pag in-input natin tong ln absolute value of yt cube over 3 minus 1.1t, sobrang mahaba. So, para mas less complicated sa ating calculator, kaya mas sinimplify natin siya. So, substituting the domain, which is t is equal to 0 to 2. So, isinubstitute natin y is equal to e raised to 2 cube over 3 minus 1.1 multiplied by 2, then we will have a y value of 1.59467. So, ito na yung ating true value, which is 1.59467 when t is equal to 2. Now, we will be using the Euler's method. Here, I have provided also a general step in solving for the equation or for the solution using Euler's method. So the first step, we will be arranging the equation in the form of y prime, or it is also equal to the dy over dx, which is equal to the function of x comma y. After establishing this f of x comma y, we'll be using the formula y sub n plus 1 plus y sub n plus the step size multiplied by our function. So here, the first one, or the first step is we will be arranging the equation. So same process, we'll be transposing the 1.1y dt, then we will be factoring y and dt. Then, we will be dividing it by dt to get the form of dy over dt is equal to y multiplied by t squared minus 1.1. So ito, meron na tayong function ng ating equation. So, number 2 is using the boundary conditions. So, kadalasan, ang ginagawa ko is sinusulat ko lahat ng ating boundaries condition para hindi tayo mahirapan sa pag-substitute ng ating mga values. So, sabi dito, from t is equal to 0 to 2, when y0 is equal to 1. So, ito is binabasa lang siyang when y is equal to, siya yung ating initial value, when y sub I is equal to 1, ang ating t daw is equal to 0, or t initial is 0. So, meron tayong given na step size na 0.5 and 0.25. So, ito yung formula. Huwag natin ito kakalimutan ng formula kasi when using the Euler's method, it is used all throughout the method specifically for systems of equation or second order differential equations. So, wag natin siyang kakalimutan itong formula na to. na y sub n plus 1 is equal to y sub n plus h multiplied by the function f of x, comma y. So, magpapalit-palit lang siya ng variable, pero same pa rin yung formula na gagamitin natin. So, i-substitute na natin yung ating initial condition na step size is equal to 0.5. So, meron tayong value ng x, which is x sub n plus 1. So, x sub n plus h. So, sabi ko ba kanina sa inyo, it is just the new is equal to the old plus the step size h. So, paulit-ulit lang siya. Yan yung pattern niya. So, given yung ating initial condition na t is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Substitute natin at the first interval, yung ating new is equal to the old, which is 0 plus 0.5. It is just t is equal to 0.5. So, ito yung magiging old natin. Then, ating step size h is just 0.5. And pag plinas natin sila, or pag inad natin sila, it is just 0.5. Pero dito sa magkakaiba yung ating solution. Kasi gagamitin na natin yung ating function na nakuha natin sa form kanina. So, ito siya. Ito yung ating function. So, ayun, substitute lang natin yung mga initial values. It is just y is equal to 1, ating old na value ng y, plus 0.5 yung h, multiplied by our function. So, sinasubstitute na natin dito yung mga initial conditions. 1 multiplied by 0 squared minus 1.1. It is just y is equal to 0.45. So, kung makita nyo, yan na mismo yung ating pattern sa pag-compute ng ating solutions using Euler's method. So, ayan, sabi ko sa inyo, it is just the old. Ang old natin is 0.5 sa t plus yung h natin na 0.5. Pag inad natin siya, magiging siyang t is equal to 1. Then, yung ating y naman, it is just 0.5, yung ating old na nakuha, ito siya, plus 0.5, yung ating h, multiplied by the function. So, yung function natin daw, yung function natin is yung old na y, which is just 0.45, multiplied by yung ating nakuhang old na t, which is 0.5, squared minus 1.1. So, makuha natin is y is equal to 0.25875. Yan na yung mismo yung pattern nila. Yun na nga. Paulit-ulit lang yung pattern natin. Tumakuha natin ng values at the third interval. T is equal to 1.5, y is equal to 0.245825. Then yung ating fourth interval, which is t is equal to 2, y is equal to 0.233522. So, but, saan ba natin or kailan tayo mag-i-stop? So, it is just given in our initial condition na pag daw yung ating t is equal to 2, ano daw yung magiging y value natin. So, ayan, nakuha na natin yung ating 2. So, ito na yung ating magiging y value. So, let's proceed to the initial condition at h or the step size is equal to 0.25. Papalitan natin or papalitan natin yung h from 0.5 to 0.25, or it is just the half of our h that was used in our previous solution. Same pa din naman yung initial condition natin at t is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Input natin, same process. Yung ating old value ng t is 0 plus 0.25. T is just equal to 0.25. And then, the function or the equation, we will just be inputting the value again at y is equal to 1 plus 0.25, the h or the step size multiplied by 1 multiplied by 0 squared minus 1.1, makuha natin na y is just 0.725. Ulit-ulit lang naman siya, kaya siya sinabi na simplest method. Kaya susundan nyo lang mismo yung pattern niya. Ayan, so at the second interval, linas lang natin yung old value na 0.25. Then makuha natin ito is 0.5. Then input natin yung old value ng y, 0.725. Then yung h natin. Then input ulit natin yung 0.25 natin or yung old value ng ating t minus 1.1, makuha natin ay 0.5369531. So, yan. So, input ulit natin. So, paulit-ulit lang naman yung ating pattern. But, ayun nga, mas mapapadali tayo pag gumamit tayo ng tabulation. And, mas hindi siya nakakalito. So, ito yung ating tabulation. Sabi dito, yung first column natin is t sub I or the initial value of t. Then second column is the initial value of y. Then yung ating third column is the value of the function of f t, y. Then yung ating pinaka-importante na y sub I plus 1. So, in-input lang natin yung value. So, kung gusto niyo i-try, kindly pause this video. Kung gusto niyo siya i-try, para mas mag-grasp nyo yung process ng pag-solve. So, after pausing, let's proceed to the final tabulation. So, this is the tabulated form of our solution. As you can see, ito yung initial value natin. T is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. So, ito ang initial value natin. We will be just substituting this to our function. So, ano ba yung function natin kanina? Which is y multiplied by t squared minus 1.1. So, pag in-input natin siya dyan, ito yung magiging answer natin na negative 1.1. Then, pag sinubstitute natin ulit to na negative 1.1 sa ating formula na y sub n plus 1 is equal to the y sub n plus the step size multiplied by the function of f of x comma y. Ito na yung magiging ating answer, which is 0.725. So, itong 0.725, ilalagay natin siya dito sa ating y value. So, this will be considered as the old point. Then, substitute ulit natin siya sa ating function. Ang makuha natin is negative 0.752187. So, we will be using the 0.25 na value. So, paano natin ito nakuha nga kanina? Diba, x sub n plus 1 is just equal to the x sub n plus h. Ganyan lang siya kasimple. So, kaya pinasunod-sunod na natin siya. Kung makita nyo, after solving this, we will have a final answer of at 2, or rather at t is equal to 2, the value of y is just equal to 0.7641. Sa yung ating value. So, I have here a note. The relative error at h is equal to 0.5. So, ang makuha natin daw yung na relative error at 0.5 is 85.36%. While, if we use the 0.25, ang makuha natin na relative error is 52.08%. Kung makikita nyo, sobrang laki ng significance nila or sobrang laki ng difference nila. So, in the real world, kung iakop natin siya sa tunay na buhay, itong 85.36% and 52.08% is sobra ng critical neto. Specifically, when dealing with projects na nagdidal sa mga ganitong errors. So, sobrang delikado na siya. So, actually, in real life, dapat um, it is relatively close to zero. Pero, ayun nga, pag nag 1% yung error natin is 2, 2, 3, sobrang nakakapinsala na siya. Kaya, ayun, kaya sa sinabi kanina, the simplest form of solving different types of numerical solutions, but it is less accurate. So, sobrang taas niyan. Sobrang nakakapinsalan siya. Sobrang crucial niya na specifically for different types of projects regarding in in structures or other projects. And so, paano na ba natin to i-solve na relative error? It is just the approximation minus the true value all over the true multiplied by 100. So, di ba yung true natin kanina, true value kanina, nakuha natin siya dun sa ating pag-solve ng analytical method. So, ayun, yung sinolve natin kanina is simple lang yun na differential equation. What more, kung mahirap na differential equation, yung gagamit na tayo ng different method sa pag-solve ng general solution. Sobrang hirap niya na. But, i-discuss ng ating mga classmates sa mga susunod na topic yung other methods na derived din dito sa Euler's method. Let's proceed to the graph. So if you graph the values that was solved, ito yung magiging graph niya. Ito yung sa pinakababa yung ating h is equal to 0.5. Then itong pangalawang graph is h is equal to 0.25. Then itong pinakataas is the original or true value. Kung makita nyo ang taas ng relative error nilang dalawa. So, ano ba yung sinasabi natin na relative error? So, yung relative error na sinasabi natin is sila yung distance in between the 2 points. So, ito yung ating relative error. Tapos yung etong isa naman, etong isa is yung error. Sabihin natin error 2, error 1. Error 1. So, napakaliki ng error, which is sobrang crucial niya na. Let's proceed now to the Euler's method, systems of first order DE. So, we have here an example problem. So, para makita lang natin yung ating process sa pag-solve na itong dalawang first order differential equation. Given daw tayo ng interval from 0 to 0.4 when y0 is equal to 2, z0 is equal to 4. The given equations are dy over dt is equal to negative 0.2y plus 5e raised to negative t. The second equation is dz over dt is equal to negative y z squared all over 2 when our step size is equal to 0.1. It is just the same process as the process that we've discussed earlier. Ito lang yung magiging change niya. So, makita nyo, dalawa yung ating equation. But, the formula is just the same. Magkakaiba lang yung variable na gagamitin. So, ang ating magiging formula sa first equation, from the function of f of the function of t, comma y, ang ating formula ay magiging y. Same lang kanina. But, in the second formula, or in the second equation, the variable will change to f of y comma z. It is its formula will be z sub n plus 1 is equal to z sub n plus the step size multiplied by the function of y comma z. Kung makita nyo, it is separated na. So, wala na tayong gagawing other manipulation para makuha yung form na dy over dt is equal to the function t comma y or y comma z. So, ayan. Therefore, ito na magiging function natin. F of t initial is comma y initial magiging function natin. And then, f of y initial comma z initial. Ito na magiging ating function. Same process again. Isulat natin yung ating mga initial condition para mas madali yung ating pag-substitute. Sabi dito, di ba? y0 is equal to 2 and z0 is equal to 4. So, ang minimin lang nito is pag daw yung y natin is 2, dt is 0, and then pag yung z natin is equal to 4, yung ating y is equal to 0. Ayan, isulat natin initial value at the first interval or at the initial interval. T is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 4. Ayan. Sa y value muna tayo. Y sub i plus 1 is equal to y sub I plus h multiplied by negative 2 y plus 5 raised to negative t initial. Substitute natin yung value. Ang makukuha natin ay y sub 1 is equal to 2.1. So, ganun lang kadali. Same pa din yung process natin. Ang problema lang or ang ating magiging change lang is yung ating variable. So, input ulit natin yung ating initial values. Kung makikita nyo, ang ating value or initial value na ginagamit dito sa z is just dy. Ayan. 4 plus 0.1, our step size, minus yung ating initial value ng yi multiplied by yung ating initial value ng zi. So, ang makuha natin na z value is, ayan. So, huwag na natin pahirapan yung ating sarili. I-tabulate na lang natin siya. So, ito na yung ating initial value. Kung makikita nyo, dinagdagan natin yung ating columns. Dinagdag lang natin yung initial value ng z. Then yung function ng y and zi. Then yung ating new value ng z. So, input lang. If you want to post or if you want to solve for the values, so kindly post this video. Ayan. So, ito na yung ating magiging value. Sabi dito, t is equal to 0.4 is equal to 0.4. Yung ating y is equal to 2.0626. .48. Ito siya. Then yung ating z value is equal to 1.2287300. So, ito siya. Ayan. Paulit-ulit lang naman siya. Ang gagawin nyo lang is papalitan nyo lang yung mga variables as long as, sabi nga, di ba, yung ating ordinary differential equation is just in terms of one independent variable. And so, dito na tayo sa Euler's method at second order differential equation. Ayan. So, ito second order differential equation na tayo. Okay. We have here a sample problem that will show to you how to solve for these kinds of differential equations. Given daw tayo ng equation na may second order na d squared y over dt squared is equal to 0.5 t minus y. So, given tayo ng initial condition na y0 is equal to 2 and then y prime is equal to 0. Dito, ang magiging step natin is ilalet daw natin yung y prime to another variable. So, let's set it to another variable which we will name as z. Ito na yung magiging first equation natin. Pangalanan natin siya. This will be our equation 1. Or rather, our differential equation 1 pala. Yan. Differential equation 1. So, may first equation na tayo. Then, if we transpose the remaining to the left side, so magkakaroon na daw tayo ng another equation na dz over dt is equal to 0.5t minus y. So, ito na yung ating differential equation. Differential equation 2. Yan. So, paano nga ba naging dz over dt to? So, solve natin siya dito. So, sabi diba dito, naglet tayo ng value ng z. So, kung makita nyo, we will decompose this equation. Ito, same lang naman sila, actually, dy over dt. So, yan lang naman siya is equal to 0.5 t minus y. So, di ba ito, nilat na natin siya, magiging lang siyang z. Yan. Kaya, nagkaroon tayo ng dz over dt is equal to 0.5 t minus y. Ito na magiging equation natin. O, paulit-ulit lang yung process niya. Same kanina. Kaya magagamit na natin yung ating previous topic na Euler's method at systems of first order differential equation. O magiging siyang first order differential equation na dalawa. Yan. So, yan yung boundary condition natin. Hindi siya mawawala dapat. Pero dito, kung makikita nyo, yung y prime daw natin is given sa atin. Pero since na-sinet na natin siya, yung value ng y prime is just equal to the value of the z. Let's proceed to the real problem. So, itong given sa atin na equation, d squared y over dt plus 2 dy dx minus 3y is equal to 6. Ito yung ating boundary condition. Y0 is equal to 0, y prime 0 is equal to 1, with h is equal to 0.2 for ang required daw sa atin, ang hinap natin, yung y 0.4 is equal to question mark. So, ito yung require sa atin, yung value ng y. So, ayan. So, diba sabi ko sa inyo kanina, we will let the value dy dx to z variable. Then, isolve natin ulit by substituting the new value z to the dy over dt. Or in our case, dy over dx. Ayan, substitute the condition. Magiging siyang the derivative of z with respect to x plus 2z minus 3y is equal to 6. Or dz over dx is just equal to 6 minus 2z plus 3y. So, minove natin sa left. Diba? Dun siya sa step natin kanina. Yan, this is just z. This is just z. Then, transpose all the equation or all the terms to the right. So, may function na tayo na 6 minus 2z plus 3y. Ayan. So, isulat ulit natin yung initial condition. sabi dito, y0 is equal to 0 when x, then the initial value of x0, the initial value of y is equal to 0. So, yan lang siya. Then, yung ating y prime, pinalitan natin siya, diba? Yung ating y prime, magiging siyang z0 is equal to 1. Ang meaning lang niyan is, pag initial value ng x natin is 0, yung initial value ng z is just 1. Yung ating step size, 0.2. Yung ating required na pag yung y daw, ay rather pag yung ating value daw ay 0.4 na, ano daw yung magiging y natin. So, ayan. So, meron tayong x and y axis para wag tayong malito. Yung initial value natin. Then, ito yung ating step size na 0.2. Ayan. Para wag tayong malito sa pag-solve ng problems. Ayan. So, same process kanina. Meron tayong initial value ng x. Gagamitin natin yung formula na x sub n is equal to, rather x sub n plus 1 is equal to x sub n plus yung ating step size na given sa atin na 0.2. Ating initial value ng x is 0. Pag in-add natin sila, magiging siyang 0.2. Then, same process. Yung ating x sub 2 is just 0.2, yung ating old, plus yung ating step size, magiging x sub 2 natin ay 0.4. So, ito na yung ating values. Using the Euler's method, first interval, same formula, pinalitan ko lang dito yung function sign. Yan, ginubo ko siyang yan, theta, para huwag tayo malito. So, ayun na siya. So, input lang naman natin yung ating value. So, y1 is equal to 0 plus 0.2, which is yung function natin, our initial values na 0, 0, 1. So, di ba ito yung ating x sub 1, then yung y sub 1, then yung ating z sub 1. Kung mahalata nyo, di ba, yung ating equation or yung ating first differential equation kanina, di ba siya yung sinet natin na the derivative of y with respect to x is equal to z. So, yan lang yung ating function. So, yan. This is our function of f of x initial, y initial, then yung ating z initial. So, dyan siya galing. Kaya kung makikita nyo, ang i-substitute lang natin is yung ating value ng z. Kasi, wala tayong other variables na existing dito sa ating equation. It is just z. Then, yan. So, we will be solving for the value of z. Input natin ulit yung ating mga initial values from the formula na ating z sub 1. Yung ating initial value ng z is just 1. Then, yung ating step size na 0.2 multiplied by the quantity 6 minus 2 multiplied by ating initial value ng z ulit, which is 1. Then, yung plus the 3 multiplied by the initial value of 0. Yan lang naman siya. Then, pag simplify natin siya, yung ating value ng z sub 1 or at the first interval of z is just equal to 1.8. At the second interval, so kung makikita nyo, same pa rin yung formula, mag-iiba lang yung ating subscript para hindi tayo malito. So, therefore, ito na yung ating magiging final na formula. So, yung ating required is y sub 2. Yan, 0.2. Yung ating nakuhang value kanina, then plus the step size multiplied by the 1.8. So, di ba sabi natin kanina, this is just the dy over dx is equal to z. So, wala siyang initial or rather wala siyang variable ng x and y. Then, so simplifying, our final answer will be y sub 2 is equal to 0.4. Therefore, at x is equal to 0.4, our value of y is equal to 0.4. So, ito na siya. Yung ating answer for our second order Euler's solution. So, I'm Joshua Franz Bioseta, and the next reporter will be Engineer JB, discussing the improved Euler's method.